My name is Jim DeWolf, and I serve as the Student Ministries Director here at North Central Church. And today I'm going to continue the conversation from this past Sunday's message, where Pastor Dan kicked off a three-part series titled The Unexpected Christmas, Who Needs It? The focus of this week's message was to remind us that Christmas was the fulfillment of a promise that God made to the entire world through one man, and that man was Abraham. And that promise was to bless all the nations through him and all of his people. And for me, this was a much needed message. The fact that God never fails to make good on his promises. It's an easy thing to forget, I think, especially in a world where promises, unfortunately, don't really mean a lot. Right now, during this time of year, things look quite a bit different than they normally do at Christmas. And for me personally, I'd still be coming off, kind of the highs of Thanksgiving and that feeling of fullness, and not only from all that food and from that turkey, but I think also from my time together with family during the Thanksgiving holiday. I'd still kind of be anxiously anticipating all of those upcoming holiday gatherings with friends and family that be coming up, normally this time of year, and heading out, kind of I think to the malls and to the department stores and kind of soaking in the holiday cheer. And for me, I've really been kind of struggling, I think, to settle into the season this year. Much like God's timing always does, Sunday's message came at just the right time for me, because it reminded my heart that the things that I'm feeling this year are probably not that much different from the things that the people of Israel were feeling just before that very first Christmas. We're kind of feeling, or at least myself, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm feeling isolated, I'm feeling abandoned. I may even wonder where God is sometimes and everything that's going on in the world right now. But the people of Israel were also feeling much of the same thing, and that was just before God delivered on that promise that he had made all throughout Scripture. That promise kind of came to fulfillment when he sent us his son Jesus back on that first Christmas. So, God's timing was perfect then, and just like it always is, it's going to be perfect now, and it's going to be perfect in the future. So, I feel God stirring my heart after Sunday's message to look past the things of this world and to look forward to that promise that God made to his entire world. And I'd like to find out from all of you what your heart is struggling with this season. Like me, I'm sure your heart needs to be reminded to kind of look past the uncertainty, the division, the political divide, the loneliness that we all might be feeling this year, and look forward to that hope, to that peace, to the joy and love that Christmas is supposed to bring us, and that we're supposed to be reminded of, this time of year. Go ahead and comment below and answer this question for me. Has the current conditions of 2020 caused you to lose sight of God's promises at all? And if so, that's okay, because I'm hoping I'm not alone. But if so, do you plan to be a part of blessing everyone around you this Christmas as God promised he would do through us? And if so, how do you plan to do that? So thank you, North Central Church family, and Merry Christmas.